Welcome to a painful edition of Bobby's PopCast. Let's just get the red elephant out of the room. I got micro needling done, so that's why I look like this, and I will be using a filter. So, five, four, three, two, one, boom! And just like that, I've got beautiful skin again. It just makes me feel better. And I don't mean to do my PopCast with an open shirt, but I will show you this. My neck is also pretty red. So bear with me as we get through the podcast. By the way, thank you for tuning in, streaming, wherever you get your podcasts. I've got a frog in my frog in my throat. Okay, it's been a day. So let's just get into it. My goodness, we tragically lost legendary actor Gene Hackman. Passed away at the age of 95. He was with his wife in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home yesterday. No foul play suspected. No cause of death has been announced, but I have seen news reports saying that they believe that Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy and their dog all might have been victims to carbon monoxide poisoning. So I'll update you with that, but that is just absolutely sad. And ooh, I hate to be like a Debbie Downer with the PopCast, but we also lost Michelle Trachtenberg from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was also in Gossip Girl. I think she was in 17 again with Zac Efron. She passed away the other day. She was only 39 years old. No word on cause of death, but apparently she had a liver transplant sometime in the past year, so there might have been some underlying health issues. Okay, let's get on to some positive stuff because we want to make you smile. Let's talk about Will Smith for a second. He appeared to kiss India Martinez during a performance at the Latin Music Award show. People magazine, this is, rumor mill, but they're pretty credible. I think People's a reliable news source. They claimed that it was just for show, but the internet was wondering what Jada thinks of it because Jada herself admitted to being caught in a situation with another rapper. So, if karma's up, this is pretty cool. According to Vice.com, they've come up with the Mount Rushmore of grunge music. And I would say grunge music definitely came out when I was in high school. I was not a grunge kid. I was a pop kid. So if it was Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson, Mandy Moore, that's where I lived. But, a lot of my counterparts did listen to grunge. So they say the Mount Rushmore of grunge music would be Nirvana, Soundgarden, and Pearl Jam, and Alice in Chains. So I think that's pretty cool. Who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of your favorite genre of music? If it was me, it would be Britney Spears. I'd have to choose a Backstreet Boy because they can't all be on there. Let me readdress. Okay, so I'd put Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, and Ricky Martin. Bruno Mars, iconic singer, performer. My goodness, he's at the top of the charts. He started 2025 at the top of the charts with Die with a Smile with Lady Gaga. He says he never wanted to become famous, which I don't believe because I've seen performance footage of him when he was like 4 or 5, and he idolized Elvis Presley. So he was always singing and dancing. But he says becoming famous was never what he wanted to do. All he wanted to do was put out music people loved. Well, that's been verified because we do love it. And he said he would like to perform some places. Yet again, verified. And he said he never wanted people following his every footstep. But here's the thing. He's one of those celebrities that seems to go under the radar of being like hounded, like a Britney Spears or Jennifer Aniston, somebody like that. He tends to do music and kind of just live under the radar. And I think that's the sweet spot. He's kind of like the male version of Pink. You kind of love her. She's everywhere, but nobody really keeps in touch with her personal life. I'm not mad at that. By the way, Bruno Mars, if you ever want to trade lifestyles, just let me know. This is a crazy story. A New York man is suing Kim Kardashian for wrongly identifying him as a Texas death row inmate on Instagram. Because if you don't know, Kim Kardashian did pass the bar. At least I saw an episode of The Kardashians. I don't know if they edited that. Don't quote me on that one, but I did see that she passed the bar. So I think she's trying to do some sort of legal work, like she's inspired by her dad, Robert Kardashian, following in his footsteps. She wants to honor his legacy. But to be fair, Kim has actually been spearheading getting a lot of people off of wrongfully accused charges, which I think is amazing because there's a lot of people behind bars or on death row that have been wrongfully accused. So, but Kim accidentally identified the wrong man. The man is now seeking legal action for libel, slander, and invasion of privacy. I wonder who told him all those words because I doubt that he recognized that. Kim Kardashian's attorney says the photo was promptly removed once the mistake was realized, so I'm sure they'll settle out of court for a cool $500,000. And I'll leave you with the coolest story of the day. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are allegedly rethinking their public relationship after she was booed at the Super Bowl. Word is, now this comes from a source, so take that with a grain of salt, but a source reveals that it's been quite the whirlwind for Taylor. She was on top of the world after she ended the Eras tour. She made another $1 billion. She just keeps getting hit with this serious public backlash. You know, the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. People booed her when they panned the camera to her. But here's the other thing. She brought in, they're estimating close to $1 billion in advertising revenue dollars for the NFL because more people tuned in to football and watched the Super Bowl because Taylor Swift is attached to Travis Kelce. So, word is, and as they continue out the rest of 2025, they still want to get married, but maybe they're going to be a little bit more low key and under the radar with their relationship. I don't believe it because I don't know how you not take a picture of Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce anytime they're out in public because they're always in our faces. Y muchas gracias for watching or streaming another episode of Bobby's PopCast, wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. I'm also on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the places. My handle is @Bobby's PopCast. I want to say I appreciate you, and hopefully next time I check in, I will be a lot less red, and my skin will look a lot smoother. And that's thanks to microneedling. Because, a brother is 44 now, so I got to keep up with the Kardashians, as they say.